Hi guys, I'm Chantel and I blog over at Intentional Homeschooling, and today I want to take some time and show you inside some of the books we've gotten from the library lately. Now we have an amazing library system here, and we can check out 100 books per library card that we have, which technically means between myself and my kids we could have 300 books, plus if we used my husband's card we could have another 100. Usually we just try to keep things to my card, but we do like max out that 100 books fairly frequently, and because I am such a staple at the library, I'm constantly going there. They often let me go over the 100 books. So I know not everyone has access to a great library system. Ours allows us to take out books. We request them from all throughout the province, so we have access to a lot more books than just what our local library has. And so for a long time I was sharing a snapshot of like the spines of the books that we got from the library over on Instagram, just sharing our little library haul. And I have had many requests from people over the years to like share what's inside this book or that book or this book. And I know because people might not have such great access to library books and you don't want to buy all the books or have to request all the books like we do, I thought I would take some time to show you inside some of the books that we have enjoyed lately. There is kind of like a random smattering of books here. I have some poetry, some fiction, some non-fiction, graphic novels, just a little bit of everything. I guess this would probably be more helpful for some people if these were like themed library hauls, but this is just a variety of things we've picked out lately. There is quite a few graphic novels because I have been asked by a few people to do a graphic novel book list, which I will do soon in the future. But I'm also contemplating making that a book list video, because some of the graphic novels that we've gotten, and some of which you'll see here today, some are really good for kids that are like just beginning to read, and some of them are much more intense. And I think it's good for parents going into it to know exactly like what you're getting as far as the graphic novel goes. And so I think showing the inside and how many words there are and stuff per page would be actually really helpful. Anyway, this is a really long introduction. Let's just get into the books. So the first one I have here to show is Mighty Jack. I don't know how to pronounce this author's last name, Ben Hatke, maybe? We really enjoy his books. Another graphic novel he has is Little Robot, and that's like got hardly any words in it at all. And then Nobody Likes a Goblin is another one of our favorites from him. That's just a picture book. So Mighty Jack, I think this has like live plants that are alive that they have to fight. I haven't actually read this myself, but my 9-year-old really enjoys this book, and apparently we've gotten it from the library a few times. And she keeps requesting that I get the second one. So this one is book 1 in this series. Next up is a novel that my kids both listened to book 1 through our library Libby app. This one's Searching for Super. I think book 1 is called Almost Super, and our library does not have book 2 on audio, which is very unfortunate because the reading level is a little more advanced than where my son is at right now, but he has listened to this audiobook. Probably only discovered it about a month ago and probably has listened to it like 10 times, and he giggles and laughs throughout. This follows a family who, I think one of the families, or it's like 2 opposing families, and one of the families, every year they get another superpower, but lots of them are like joke powers. Like one of them, you can turn your innie belly button into an outie or something like that. Like really, one person one year got the ability to knit dog sweaters, and my kids just loved the hilarity of it. And so I got book 2, and then I don't know if I'll have to read this one out loud to my son or what we're gonna do, because I know he really loved this. Another graphic novel is Bird and Squirrel. This one's really cute. I love the illustrations. I don't know, just the idea behind it. It's a silly, fun graphic novel and really good for kids that are learning to read or can read a bit, but you know, just need to be a little bit more interested in their books, I guess. And kind of following that vein, we got The Bad Guys. This is a whole series, but we got Attack of the Zittens, and my daughter loves kittens. So the fact that there's these little green kittens here is pretty cute. I think this series is really good for boys. They're kind of silly. There's not a ton of words per page. So yeah, this is like really good for those that are just started to read. And then maybe this one, next one, is a little bit before the bad guys. This is Flying Beaver Brothers. This one is birds versus bunnies. And there are not very many words per page. And the words that are on here are not very large words. So this is really good for like right in the beginning when they're, you know, they can read some of the easy picture books, but they need to go to the next level. This would make them feel like they've read a ton of pages, but there's really not a ton of words. So I think this one's really cute. Okay, now here is some nonfiction. This is 100 Things to Know About History. I believe this is a series. I think I saw some more in the series when I was requesting this one, but I can't find it right now here. So this just has different things, 100 things that are random history facts. And my daughter started reading this the other day and read just a few pages, and she's already like, I learned so much I didn't know. So yeah, I am gonna keep an eye out for this to potentially buy, and I also want to pay attention for the rest of the series here. One thing we really like to do in our home is experiments. My son is like STEM stuff is just like his love language. So I got this 100 Easy STEM Activities book, and I feel like, well, I requested a bunch of these. Some of them were duds. This one I felt like was so great because almost all of the experiments have pictures. There are a few pages, I think, where they have 2 experiments per page, and then there's no picture. But most of them have pictures, and these are like really easy to do activities that you could pretty much do with stuff you have at home on hand already, and they're really good for kids with maybe shorter attention spans and want to see results quickly. Okay, this is a picture book that the kids said I had to include in this video, and this is Click Clack Moo, Cows That Type. This is a hilarious story about cows that get a hold of a typewriter and decide to tell the farmer all the things that they want. And yeah, it's really cute read and really good for like an easy reader as well. And same with this next one. This one is Bad Kitty. This is a funny book about a cat who gets fed a bunch of healthy foods one day and decides, that's it, like I'm a bad kitty now. And the vegetables that they are given to eat, the healthy food, and then when they turn bad, they're all alphabetical. So like it's something different for A, something different for B. So this is also really good for, you know, kids that you want to continue to expose to the alphabet and that also like want some humor in their books. Next up is another STEM experiment book. This is another really good one with good pictures and easy to do activities. This one and the other 100 Easy STEM Activities are ones that I'll either consider purchasing ourselves or just getting from the library a few times and going through as many of the experiments as we can. And then this last book is one that I have thought about purchasing before, but it's just kind of like, it's an expensive book to buy, but I didn't realize how large it is. This is Sing a Song of Seasons. Like this is a big book, like really hefty. So this includes a nature poem for every day of the year. And it really just is what it says it is. It has gorgeous illustrations. It's got short poems, like they're not like super long, but they're easy to sit down and read with your kids. I love the look of the pages. I love, like, a lot of the poems that I've read already are like either by poets that I really like or they're short little poems that I enjoy. So this one is going to be like at the top of my to buy list because I think this would be a great resource to have on hand. Knowing us and our homeschool and the way we operate in our home, we would never like sit down and read a poem a day. But this year I do want to incorporate nature, I want to incorporate poetry tea time back into our days. That was something we did, like not this last year, but the year before and the year before. Every week we had one day where we would do like sit down for like half an hour even with some baked goodies and some hot chocolate and read poetry. So I could see us sitting down once a week and then like reading all the poems for that week and doing it that way instead of like reading one poem a day. That would just suit our family more. But I do like the idea of like reading seasonal poetry that fits the season and yeah, just fits the mood of the year. So this one was like, I was very impressed by like the size of this, the pictures, and it's not just like all these poems crammed into one page. Yeah, very impressed by this book and definitely would love to own this one. So those are all the books I have to share today. I would love to hear if you like seeing inside some of these books. If there are other books that you think I should request from the library that you would like to see in a video like this in the future, let me know. I do know that there is a book that I'm super excited to pick up from the library that just came in today, but I haven't picked it up. So I know I need to do this at least one more time. If there's like different themes of books you would like to see, I'm just open to suggestions. Thanks for watching, guys, and I hope this was helpful.